I've been eyeing this microphone for a very long time now. I tested a bunch of different Rode dynamic microphones, but I wanted to see how well they did on the high-end condenser side of things. This microphone showed me exactly why it is so beloved universally, and I would like to add to that, in fact. But my tests are mostly going to be from the perspective of a content creator and a streamer alike. So not so much with a music test or anything like that, as I'm just not a musician. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we continue, I just wanted to remind you that we have a Twitch channel where we stream every Friday and Saturday from 8 p.m. and to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so why not go ahead and drop a follow? And also don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and also make sure to check out the merch store. There's plenty of black and white sweetness to choose from up there, so go ahead and check that out. And then make sure to take a look at the podcast as well, as the podcast always goes live every Wednesday and Sunday. And with that said, enough rambling, let us get straight into the video. So now here's going to be a simple disclaimer. I'm going to be recording this entire review with this microphone so that you can get a pretty good idea of what it's like to use this microphone for content creation. There's also going to be an EQ test later on to see how we can customize the sound. And if you're here for the streaming test, I will be streaming with this microphone tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So links to my Twitch are going to be down in the description. So do make sure to stop by if that is something that interests you. With that said, let's begin with an unboxing. This is honestly going to be my favorite unboxing when it comes to any microphone ever. It comes in this large white box. When once opened all the way, you're going to find different boxes that house some of the different accessories. You're going to get a box with the microphone, the box with the shock mount, the box with the XLR cable, and some information, of course. This is going to be a very neat unboxing overall. And now, the exterior design consists of metal. This microphone is built very well and feels incredibly sturdy. It comes in the silver color that, at least to my untrained eye, has a bit of a hint of gold to it, which makes it look really nice. It's not a very large microphone, but it is about what I would expect. The shock mount is specific to this microphone, and it is made of metal with a great mounting mechanism and great shock resistance. The pop filter itself is also custom made and connects to the shock mount directly, and it is going to be adjustable as well. It is perfectly tailor-made for it. Even the cable itself is very high quality, and it's extremely long too. I'm not exactly sure how long, but it is quite long, and this whole package just feels like a steal for the money just based off of the build and everything that you do get in the box. And now this is a cardioid large diaphragm condenser microphone with a full frequency range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz, and you are going to need 48 volts phantom power for this microphone to work, as it is a condenser microphone after all. And now let's get into the actual sound test. This time, you won't be hearing any kind of background music at all. I have this microphone connected to my Yamaha MG10XU audio interface with only the 48 volts of power turned on to properly power this microphone. No additional settings have been applied. This might be a condenser microphone, but it does a great job at rejecting noise from behind the actual capsule, which is incredible for a condenser microphone. You know, just like a microphone like this. But when it comes to the audio itself, I was very impressed. This thing sounds amazing to me. The sound is very crisp and natural. This microphone is truly built for voice work and just for being able to have accurate sound, and it doesn't color up the audio, with the frequencies actually staying mostly flat, but not quite like a perfectly flat line that's just mostly flat. This microphone sounds incredible for voice work again, and incredibly detailed. They've done an amazing job with the sound on this microphone, that is for sure, and I do have to say I apologize that this microphone is covering up my mouth like this. It has been a little bit difficult. And now this is going to be the EQ test to see if I can squeeze anything more out of this microphone, but I almost don't even want to EQ it at all because I really like the original sound already. All I did was add some compression, and I boosted the lows a little, and I barely raised the mids. I did not touch the highs at all, since I wanted to see if I could make this microphone sound more ideal for something like a podcast, and I think that the smallest changes made a pretty big difference here. Where tuned this way, it can actually sound pretty good for something like a podcast, or like a radio show, or anything really of the sort. But it's already a great microphone without it. I'm going to be doing the rest of this review without any EQ settings applied, since I do prefer the original clean sound anyway. So when it comes to complaints, I really had to nitpick really hard to try and find any specific faults for this microphone. For example, I'm not a musician, so I couldn't criticize it based off of its performance there, and I'm certainly not a singer either, so that's out of the question for offering my thoughts there. Literally, the only suggestion is just that I would love to see more color options being offered in the future, and that's super trivial and very petty, if anything. I really don't have any issues with this microphone, really. So in conclusion, I have a lot of love for this microphone. Not only is every part of it and its accessories built super well, but also this microphone just sounds really good. It is a very natural sound that I haven't gotten out of any other microphone I've tested so far, and I'm genuinely impressed with it. This microphone will be fantastic for any future voiceover work that I choose to do, if and when I decide to get into voice acting, but I did want to get this microphone for practicing that as well. And if you got a budget of around $230, then this is the microphone to get for pretty much most of your needs. So with that said, strongly recommend it. And if you're interested in getting this microphone, then I'll be making sure to leave affiliate links down to Amazon in the description. And you also have the option to use Luster. Luster is going to be a pretty fantastic tool if you're trying to find any discounts or sales on this microphone. It's going to help you find those if there are any available. So I strongly encourage you to get your hands on that. And there's also going to be ABUNDA if you would rather just finance this microphone instead. You don't need a credit card at all. It's just very simple and easygoing financing that anybody can really do. So links to that are going to be down below because that's going to be super helpful, especially if you're new into content creation or anything like that. And also, when it comes to social media, do make sure to subscribe because we do have the Tech Summit podcast that does go on twice a week. And I also like to stream on Twitch from Fridays and Saturdays starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time, as I will be doing tonight as the release of this video. So do make sure to stop by if you want to know what this microphone sounds like for streaming, and do make sure to visit the Discord server as well. That's going to be linked down below, as well as the rest of my social media like my Twitter and my Instagram. But with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.